Good evening, RFHL. Morning. It's the morning by the time you guys watch this. It's evening for me here. I'm going to have a little podcast, open mic, call in. I'm going to post the link here in a couple seconds to the Discord, and we're going to see who joins. I don't know how this is going to go. This might be a train wreck. This might be awesome. It's the finals. We're here to talk about the finals preview. I'm excited for it. This should be a great matchup. We got the number 1 seed Master Vaders taking on the number 3 seed Limp Biscuits. Hopefully people call in, or else you're just going to listen to me talk about RFHL and everybody else in the season for 30 minutes. So let me send the link, and we'll see who joins. Again, see how this goes. Links live. Here we go. This might be kind of weird when you're watching it at home if nobody joins. Like I said, it might be just be me. Hopefully you're not picking up my TV. Now you're not picking up anybody. All right. Oh, we got somebody here. Admit a guest. Who's our first guest? Our first guest tonight. Let's see. Who do we got? Who's our first guest on the open mic night? Who do we got? There it is. We got Kenton. Kenton's with us. All right, who else we got? Oh, Rob Masson's joining us. Kenton, are you here?
I am.
Hey, how's it going?
Jesus Christ. Everyone's waiting. What's going on?
Hey, guys. I got Rob and Kenton here.
Are we live?
We are live. Well, we're not
Holy
really live.
crap.
We're recording. It's going to be posted tomorrow. But, yes, we're recording this live. So we're going to see.
Recorded live. That counts.
Yeah. Oh, we got another guest. I got all these guests coming in. Unconfirmed
Bill Smith
user.
is supposed to come. I was just playing hockey at Crosby's at Dick's House of Sport. Crosby was there, Bill was there, and Bill said he was going to join. Whitmire is not. I didn't ask
that's
D'Angelo.
right. How was hockey? How did it go? We're just talking. We're talking finals. We're talking RFHL. Whatever you want to talk about.
Well, Brian D'Angelo made his ice hockey debut tonight, folks. Let me tell you something.
There he is. Speak of the devil.
Rob, you're cutting in and out. You got a bad zone.
Well, I'm calling from my car. Sorry.
I love it. It's already off to a good start.
Rob,
Ryan's muted.
Come on, man.
Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah.
All right. Well, D'Angelo had he doesn't need any never ever. He played really well. And it was Bill Smith, Matt McCarchuk, Crosby. I'm de-thawing here. Oh, Austin Arione played for the first time in his life. Who else? Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. It's like RFHL on ice.
It is exactly like RFHL on ice. The rink is small, 3-on-3. It's a lot of fun. I did it the last time. Tonight I was out looking at holiday lights with the Mists.
Oh, you know who I forgot that was there was Mr. Matt McCarchuk, and he's playing on Wednesday, and everybody was just like, "How?" he's out there on the ice, and he's a starting goalie on Wednesday. So we were like, "Oh my God, man, you're crazy. How are you gonna do it?"
Did you get any tips from him? How do you think?
Sleeper cell agents out there?
Say that again?
Are there any sleeper cell agents out there trying to get Matt off his game?
No, just me. Just me.
Just you? You just trucked him into the corner, and now we need a new goalie?
Actually, me and Whitmire,
Rob spent more time on the ground than he did on his skates.
There's
All
the
right.
blow.
Are you joining from your shower?
I was just typing you up.
Thanks, man. No, that was some of the most fun I've ever had. That was an absolute blast. It was a riot.
That's awesome.
If RFHL does a team, D'Angelo is in.
D'Angelo's in. All right. What do you got? What did Matt say about the game? Did you guys get any insight from him? What was he talking about the Wednesday finals?
He didn't say anything. He's very modest, Matt McCarchuk. He's always been that way. Very modest guy. But like, we were just trying to figure out like how he just played 2 hours on the ice and now he's got to play Wednesday. It's like, in my opinion, as a 46-year-old, maybe I know he's younger than me, so.
Rob, it's because goalies don't do any work. It's fine. That's why.
Well, he was on the ice tonight, so.
If you play goalie correctly, you don't do anything. I never did it correctly.
Now the teams were a little one-sided, but it was still a lot of fun.
Me and D'Angelo were on the wrong side. So was Bill Smith. Bill Smith was. It was me, D'Angelo, Bill Smith, and Austin. No. And then we had one ringer. He was pretty darn good.
Yeah, Crosby stacked his team.
Yeah, he did.
Of course he did.
Sounds like him.
Yeah. So who do you guys got for the finals? What's your take? I know you guys are driving home, so you can either stick around the whole time or you can bounce out. But what's your take?
I'll let Brian go first. I've talked too much.
I mean, I just think it's going to be really difficult for the Master to. I don't know if Limp Bizkit can make it happen. I hate to say that. I'm pulling for them, but the fact that Master Vaders in the last 3 minutes of that game found the mojo and without Leduc and made it happen, and you're going to bring him back into the fold that is going to, be the general and orchestrate and command the floor. It's going to be tricky. Now, that not to be said, I mean, Limp Bizkit's had a phenomenal game. John brought them back from the dead in the last 3 minutes of that game. I mean, broadcasting wise, they were the 2 best games I've ever seen, and it was a blast to call those ones. So, I give to bet against the Master Vaders you can't. I'm sorry. It's been theirs ever since week 1.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I will give you. I did look up some facts, so I'm not just sitting here spitting nothing. But they the 1 seed is 5-10 in the finals. Doesn't that seem surprising?
Whoa, are you serious? Who's there?
The 1 seed has made it 15 out of the 29 times. So now this is 16 out of the 30 times, and they've only won 5 times.
What's the seed that's won the most?
The 2nd seed has 9 wins. They've made it 12 times. They're 9-3. The 3 seed is 7-3.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well,
the crazier thing is that the 8 seed is 3-0. If you're an 8 seed and you made the finals, you won.
That's crazy. I think this season is an outlier, though.
The last 2 years have been 2 8 seeds back-to-back winners, which is insane. And they really only happened because of injuries. The other 8 seed was the Cowbells, and 2.0 was on that team, and Pete R. hurt himself, and he was out for like 9 of the games. And the same thing, hat trickology, Brad was hurt, and then like Tremblemont's Hook missed a couple games. So really injuries have skewed the results to the 8 seed. But hey, they're 3-0. So yeah, the 1 seed is 5-10. That is kind of wild.
That's very surprising.
Then you got to compare, though, what 1 seeds have been in the past. Like, what other 1 seed would you compare to the Master Vaders this season?
The one that I have would be the Quebecers, who were 10-0. They were undefeated. That was fall 2015, 10 years ago. The Quebecers faced off as the 1 seed, 10-0, undefeated, faced off against the Hart Foundation as the 3 seed. And we had an upset.
I'd say the 1 seed. The 1 seed is the hardest. I'd say they have the worst record. If you think about it, though, they have a home field disadvantage. I'd say is because the crowd tends to go for the underdog, and I think that's the reason. But this Master Vaders team, I've never seen dominance like this before. Every game before the last one. The last one was one of the best, like D'Angelo said, those were the 2 best semifinal games I've ever seen back to back for sure. But I just don't think anyone's going to beat the Master Vaders with Leduc coming back. They're number 1. Not that Shane Ryan is anything to sneeze at, but Leduc just has, control of his hands, and just the best hands I've ever seen in the RFHL. So he was missing last week. He was missing, and they're still in the championship game. So I mean, this is just one of the best teams RFHL has ever seen, and I will be on the side like the crowd that's going to be Limp Bizkits because they're the underdog, and I think that's kind of where traditionally the number one seeds have gotten the short end of the stick, so to say.
Sure. And
Aren't you,
I don't.
aren't you broadcasting?
I think Rob is. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be on the side of Limp Bizkits on the broadcast. You're not going to be neutral.
No. I'm just saying, like that. I mean, that's. I'm not a professional broadcaster, just like I'm not a professional ref. So yes, I will be.
All right. So you're gonna be Chris Collinsworth in the Chiefs. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I won't go that. I will not go that far. I will not go that far.
Collinsworth's called in sick for the last 3 weeks. I don't know why.
No, Rob, you bring up a good point, because I know that Stu has mentioned it a few times about, everybody wants us to lose, and I really hope that nobody on the Vaders, it's not them specifically. I don't want
it's whoever's the one seed.
Or it's the ones. It's that like like it hasn't happened. We haven't had an undefeated team. So I'm the league historian. It's the same thing with Shane Riesinger when he won his third one last year. Like I good job, but I'm also like, darn it, I didn't want it to happen. So like I don't want an undefeated team to happen. If it happens, that's awesome, and they totally deserve it. And they are by far one of the best teams that we've ever had in the league, and they totally deserve it. And I am glad to hand them the cup if it goes that way. But I also I don't want to hand it to them. I want to hand it to Limp Bizkits and be like, we still don't have an undefeated team. It's just an RFHL like lore. That's all it is. It's nothing about anybody at all, no matter who makes it. It could be all guys who have never won the cup before. They're the undefeated number one seed. I don't want them to win.
Well, I mentioned it during the broadcast when they were down. I'm like, if they don't win this game, it's going to be like the New England Patriots of 2007. Yeah, they were unbeaten the whole season, but they lost. And I mean, Patriots lost in the Super Bowl, but this team, they had a very close call in that semifinal game. And I don't think the undefeated thing would have lasted very long. But now, with them having a chance to win the championship, I still think, and I will go on the mountain with saying this, is they are the best team I've ever seen in the R. Job.
Ken, do you agree?
Together.
I mean, yes, just from the eye test. Looking back historically, one team I also am interested about, the 2013, the Adirondack Phantoms. It was Paul Paradine and Gianni.
Yep.
I've heard the goalie.
I've heard that team, and I've also heard Suicide Squad was a very good team.
I'm not going to say anything about Suicide Squad because they were the team that beat me in the finals when I passed out. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen.
But I've heard that team talked about. And the first rendition of Sarnia was pretty good too. Conco and OMG, and I think Gianni was on that one. And then
There's a lot of.
Was that Sarnia Sting? That was the OG Sarnia Sting with it was OMG, like you said, OMG wasn't Enright on that team too?
Yep, Enright, Gianni, Conco, and Craig Pruner. Juice was a rookie.
Yep.
But yeah, no, there has been definitely some teams that have come along the way that have been top-notch teams, and the Vaders, I think either A, we're going to talk about how another undefeated team lost and how dominant they were, just like the Quebecers come up and mentioned, or they're going to be the first team to ever do it, and everyone's going to say, yeah, they probably are the greatest team that we've had in the league for sure. Then they definitely deserve it. That's a great draft by two. And also, it's not even necessarily the draft. It's like the players that they have and kind of like the skill and the way that they fit together. They click. They all feed off each other. And I think that's the biggest thing. You could probably take a team of, like if we put Foes, Brad, and Paul together, they all play. I don't know if they'd play well together. I don't know if they could.
They're all up dominant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, I mean, if we say that, they're probably all watching this being like, yeah, we'll smoke all of you. And they probably will.
Put us on a team, see how it works.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, let's try it. But I'm thinking of like their styles, because like Leduc dominates the puck and but can facilitate and pass. Foe's just all over the place. I mean, it's like the Energizer Bunny. I mean, we talk about Hook, in there is constantly running like a JJ type. I mean, he is just all over the place. And then Chris knows where to be. Chris is really good at positioning. He's played a lot of hockey. I think they all have. But he's played a lot of hockey. And then on top of that, you have Fish on the point and Kurt, who are back there playing great defense. You cannot get the puck from them when they have it. And Shane is like taking advantage of being the guy that you're kind of forgetting about when you're trying to watch any of the other guys.
When I was watching,
they're just dominating and getting goals.
Open. He was always open.
Always open. Yeah.
He was always left free running.
Yep.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
But I mean,
exactly.
You have to, because you can't obviously double everyone on the team. But one thing I think we've talked about a couple of times this season, but be interested looking back on how many like top teams, whether they ended up being champions or just won the President's Cup, did so on the back of one or two really good rookies who ended up being top players in the league.
I wonder, yeah, I wish I had I mean, I could piece it all together, but not quick enough to find out how many Rookie of the Years won the Cup.
Yeah.
I do know that, like, just like off my, like, I know that it's a lot.
PR did, didn't he?
Yeah. If you pull up the rookies, I have all the teams. They're not all in one spot. I gotta get everything all together. But I definitely know that, like, the same thing, how everybody says it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And then when you actually look up the stats, it's like, oh yeah, all right, it's just under 50% now, but still that's a lot. It should be, I mean, if you think 2 out of every 3, it should be 60. So it should be 30%, and it's above that. So you do actually win more than those 3 times. And when you play, I think the same thing with the rookies. The number of rookies that have won the Cup is above 50. I feel. I don't know. I'm just guessing. at the stat. But I do think that, yeah, if you hit on the rookie, that seems to skew your team just because nobody knows. And now you hit on 3 rookies. Even though we watched them in the rookie game, it's the gym is a unique situation. So it's not all to say that they were going to be this dominant, trying to get used to the gym. But enough about them. Why don't we talk about Limp Bizkit? Because there is another team out there, and they are no slouch, and they are the 3 seed, and they got some veterans that have been here before. What's that? What'd you say?
Post just scored 8 goals last week.
Yeah, exactly. So they're no slouch. They have as we're saying here, and based off of the stats and how the season went and the records, they have an uphill battle. But the last time I think it was 15-10, and so they did score double digits on them, which not a lot of teams did during the regular season.
That was his only game that he let up double digits this season.
I believe you might be right. Yeah, if not, it's one or there might be. There's just
by the way, sweet. I'm drinking a whiskey sour to combat your sweetness.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the little cherry in there. I can see that.
Thank you. The secret to any good whiskey sour is cherry juice. Add a little splash of cherry juice in it.
Is that a maraschino cherry? And then you take the cherry juice from the maraschino in there? When I do an old fashioned, that's what I do that too. Yeah. Same. You can make it however you want. I used to bartend back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in my younger years. I worked at
mixology.
Yeah, I worked at an Irish pub for a while when I lived in Ithaca right after I graduated college. I was a bum for like a year, and I worked 3 different jobs. I worked at Kohl's, I worked at an Irish pub checking IDs and slinging drinks, and I worked as a bar back at a restaurant. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life.
You were breaking all the way back then, man.
I took off. I graduated college and I studied abroad in Denmark my senior year. So I like missed applying for grad school, and I came back and I was like, yeah, I'll just apply. They're like, you can't. You've missed it all. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna take a year off. I didn't really think through my life. Like, I just was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Denmark. Like, sure, why not? Like, oh, okay, I can go. Never thought about anything here. So I missed that whole boat. So I took a year off. I live with a buddy of mine, Adam Breslin. He's played in the league. He's been around. Some people around there know him. And we just lived, I lived in Ithaca, and I just bummed around for like a year and a half. Then he told me he asked me what.
Way to derail the conversation, Ken, from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say one thing about Limp Bizkit is that John Fosse is like everybody's talking about, Master Vaders. Any other team that John Fosse plays on in the championship, people will be, oh yeah, how are you going to beat John Fosse? Well, the answer is the only thing you can think of is, does he have a brother? And guess what? He does. And they're playing in the championship game. And I think it's going to be a classic. This is going to be
brotherly
ultimate, ultimate brother versus brother game in RFHL history is what I'm saying, because these guys are both competitive. John's a little bit more mild-mannered from what I've seen as far as his competitiveness, but I think this is going to bring out my brother's on the team that's the favorite. Hell no. I think John Fosse is going to come out and say, hey, guys, I'm here too. And I think he's going to have a hell of a game. If you could top the game he just had, where he scored 3 goals in the final, 3 minutes?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I mean, he did. To your point, he came back. Both teams came back in the third, actually. That's how they got here. To your point, though, we also have the driver of the rookie Master Vader, George. Actually, I don't know who drives. But George is there, too. So that conversation there, the car ride home, car ride there might be quiet because they're strategizing, and then the car ride home might also be quiet because they're mad at each other.
Or
George
George
just happy in that car.
Or George just leaves early and just leaves them behind.
Maybe there's some sabotage. George is gonna leave early. It's daylight savings, right, George? You gotta leave an hour early. You gotta get there early, warm up.
Has George ever been at a championship before? Because I feel like he has, but is this his first?
George?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay. I mean, he's been good for a while, so I mean, he's him, and then Rob Anders. Man, the last 2 games that he's played in the playoffs have been fantastic. I was the announcer on both, and his hands have been fantastic, and he's had a couple of nice feeds. He's not just shooting the puck well. I've seen him get Fosse a couple of goals too, so he's playing really well. You got George Newberry's been in a whole bunch of championships. So any other year, this team would be the favorite. And I definitely am not taking any away from them. I think they're going to give them I think it's going to be a fantastic game. I'm just giving the edge to the Master Vaders, but I really feel like Limp Bizkit is also a very, one of the better teams RFHL's ever seen too. I mean, they're really good. RFHL veterans.
Yeah, I would agree. I was gonna say that it's like you said that they were favored, and I would absolutely agree that even last week I thought that they were going to beat the Moose, and the Moose were the 2 seed. We played them, they beat us, they got our number. They're just a real good, solid team. I agree. I think that if they were playing anybody else, they would easily, quote unquote, easily be the favorite. Anders has a hat trick in both games.
Wow. Really?
Yep. I think so. Did I read that right? Hold on. Maybe I went to the wrong week. Hold on. Oh, Anders has 4 goals. My bad. 4 goals. Wrong. I was on the wrong page. 4 goals in the 2 games. 3
How many assists? Only 1, because I could have swore he had a lot more assists. I mean, he was just seeing the puck, especially those first periods in both games. He was really the one who was pacing the game for Limp Bizkit. I mean, he had a fantastic game to start.
He definitely has I like his game. Have I played with him? I should know this more. I should have studied up. I don't think I have. But yes,
only arcade.
Arcade, yeah. I enjoy his game. I think he moves the puck really well. I jokingly call him Twinkle Toes because I think he moves a lot better than people would give him credit for. But yep, he always does a little spin move when we're going. But yeah, he's got great hands, knows where to be. That whole team, and I think that's what drives that team. George and him move around really, really well. Newberry plays excellent defense. Newberry has always been a top defender. I know Peter used to say back in the day that Newberry was his least favorite player to play against because he always had his number. He's a tough defender. He definitely has picked up the positioning I've noticed from him a lot better. I think for a while there in the middle, he started reaching more. Now he's getting in better positioning, whether or not that's his conditioning, because I think he plays hockey 7 days a week or not. But he's definitely he's sliding in front of the player versus trying to trailing them and being on the side. And that stepped up his defense tremendously. So he has really played a great defense. He was up for Defender of the Year nominee there. So that was like well deserved. So yeah, I think the Limp Bizkits any other season, they're the favorite. And even the last 2 championship teams, I think they'd be favored over. I mean, I know that they're 8 seeds, but regardless, I think Limp Bizkits would be the favorite against both of them as well. So unfortunately, I guess for them, they're running into an extremely talented Master Vaders team. Not going to count them out of it. I think that they got a shot because they can score. They just got to play a real good team game and some defense. And they need to get goals from Blotzer and Bob, 2 of the more defensive guys. Blotzer always gets a goal a game. Play with them like literally every game. He gets one.
I think he had 2 in the quarterfinals.
He did have 2. Yeah, he did have 2. So that's fantastic. So it's just, yeah, he always gets one. Bob block shots. I mean, he's got to be in front of these guys, blocking all this, especially from Kurt and Gilzian from distance.
Yeah.
Bob's got to get, maybe double-digit blocks or something, or be up there for sure. They definitely can. They got to have a real solid team first game. Anybody scores, who cares if it's foes or George getting 8 goals? They just need 8 goals.
Yeah.
Who cares where it comes from? So I definitely think they got.
Bob had a couple opportunities on the doorstep too last week. So he was, everybody thinks of him as a defensive player, but he was sneaking in there and he was on the doorstep and just missed a few goals the last game I saw him play.
Who's that?
Hartman.
Yeah, he's always in front, ready for a nice quick rebound. Yeah. I think the X factor will be how Newberry and Bob clog up the lanes, and sort of neutralize the passing of Chris and Leduc. Who knows if it'll happen, but if we make a big assumption and say the foes cancel each other out, then to me it comes down to how the Limp Bizkits play D to neutralize the passing and movement game of the Vaders.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's what it is. I think it's got to be the defense. You can't chase the Vaders around. You've got to play them more straight up. And if they go off into the corner, you might have to just let them kind of dangle out there a little bit. They're probably just as dangerous out there. But I think when we played them the couple of times, and I subbed, I think I subbed with you guys against them. It's that they just go back, they just pass it, they move the puck so well. You really got to just play sound defense and
stay in the middle and clog the lane.
I would say that would be it. Because if you start chasing them around, I remember playing anytime I was like, wait, get up, there's goal. Like when there's 2 defenders on one guy, and then we look over and I'm like, oh no, Chris is open. That's a goal.
Yeah, no, we tried that for the first period against them. I think it was like 2-1 at the end of the first period. Like, oh man, we're doing so well, but we were just so worn down from running so much in there, and they just pass all around us because we couldn't run anymore.
Yeah, and I think the Vaders got to use that tempo. I think that their tempo, their speed is their way. They got to get them. We're talking about Limp Bizkits clogging up the middle, the lane. Yeah, basketball. So the Vaders to counter that would have to spread them out and pass it wide, pass it behind the net, even move the puck around to the point over to the other side. Keep triangle, just keep going around and see which, for us, this conversation, which way works, clogging the lane or passing around, and which method's gonna get the victory, I guess.
Now, I would love to see both teams. I think it's both teams have the agility, the adeptness to kind of play either way. So it'd kind of be cool to see, the teams go in with contrasting styles first period, change it up, play the other way the second period, and then see what works. It would be great, as a watcher. I can't think of
a fan there. Yeah,
as a fan to see that see them have to change it up, change play styles between periods and see what works.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for the game. I'm hoping it's a good game. I would the playoffs tend to tighten up, whether or not guys get nervous, or not. I just like making it. The last thing I'll say, and then we'll wrap up. I don't know if anybody else is joining us, but hey, I appreciate you guys joining. I think I just like making it. It's very hard to make it. I've played in 5, 6, maybe 5 finals in 7. I don't know how many seasons I've done. It's on my card. Somebody look it up for me. But I think just making it is extremely difficult. I know, Rob, we're talking about a sore subject here for not having won one, but just being able to make it. I mean, you're the last 2 teams playing, and I really, really enjoy that. Everybody in quotes comes and watches it, and watches the game, because that's exciting. You're cheering for your league mates. You're excited to be there. You're excited to watch, regardless of who wins the game. I don't necessarily know if anybody really, you're rooting for a team. But as soon as the final whistle and then they get the cup, like, you're happy for them. Like, you're instantly just like, yeah, that's awesome. They were a really good team, no matter who ends up taking the game. But just making it as an accomplishment. And it's always fun to have everybody there, like an audience, cheering and jeering for you, depending on what side you're on for the favorites. So
I don't know if the gym's gonna be able to hold all the Rob Anders fans. So
I believe there's probably going to be a good fan section, and Matt might have some fans. There, maybe some other family members. Bob has brought the whole family crew. And then, Rob, how many have you played in? Have you ever made it?
I have made it. But that was the year that Paul got stuck at work.
Oh, you're on that team. Oh.
We still lost. We lost 3-2.
3-2, yeah.
But it was like, if we hadn't had Paul, we knew we would have scored at least those. We think we would have won, but could have, should have, would have.
And Kenton, you haven't either.
I've been in 2.
No. Okay, you're
0-2? 2 out of 23. You're 5 out of 15.
Okay.
I don't know how many you won, but
I won 2. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I thought there was another team that I was on that went to the championship too. I can't think really well. I was just outside playing ice hockey for 2 hours.
I'm making the finals, which is lower than a straight odds of 1 out of 8. But whatever.
And that's what I want to say about Shane Reisinger. I mean, it's not a mistake that he's a heck of a team player, and he's not just a heck of a team player, but he's also a good goal scorer. I think I've seen him in the past couple of championships score like key goals in key situations. So I don't think anybody should be taking anything away from Shane. He definitely deserves where he's at. Very modest. He's not like, hey, I've been in 3 championship games and somebody's been 3. He's not in your face about it. So it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, and he's earned it. Guy. He's earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think he is that player that does a little bit of everything. We were talking earlier about just guys who had to step up and and play better, but he plays defense, he scores, he gets assists. It's like a little bit of everything. And I think that's what you want from that later round person, no matter who it is. Like, you just want somebody that does all 3 facets of the game. And that's what he provides. Yeah. And like you said, he's just a team player, he's a little bit more of a quiet guy out on the court and everything. But yeah, usually good for a couple of blocks, a goal or an assist. Yeah. And a good defensive play. Yeah, for sure.
And then the grinders of John and Kurt. I mean, both of them play as hard as anybody, and they earn every goal and every block that they have too. So, I mean, this is a good bunch of guys that are playing in this game, and I think it's going to be a great game.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Yep.
One last question.
Yep.
Are we bringing back the Scrub Cup as an actual award?
The Scrub Cup is an actual award. What used to happen with the Scrub Cup? I don't normally play in the Scrub Cup, so maybe when I took over, I let that go by the wayside because I don't really explain it to me.
The people that played in the Scrub Cup would just vote on who it should go to. So it was sort of a gentleman's award.
It's the Kenton Award,
which is probably the only reason I ever won it. Because I'd punch people or bribe
You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
And a multiple time winner of
He scores the goals.
I
It's the only time I
think
score.
I still have the goblet. I don't know if the stand is with it. I think it has broken over the years, but I believe I have the goblet. So we can figure out something to do.
Well, I will be there to play for it, whether it's real or not.
Well, then it's absolutely going to be real, and I'm going to make it I'm going to say the greatest trophy of all time, the Kenton Award. That's what we can. How many times did you win it? Did you win it 3 times? Because then we can name it after you. Call it.
I've definitely won it at least 3 times.
Oh yeah,
All right,
no doubt.
So it's the Kenton Scrub Cup Award.
I don't think anyone else has played in that game more than me, just simply because I've never.
You've made it less than a percentage
Yeah,
of what.
yes, yeah.
Okay, you just are playing in it a lot. That's why you.
That's yes. It's
So we need those stats. The number of
Law of
Scrub Cup
averages.
games. The number of Scrub Cup games and the championships you've won, the cups you've won. All right. Well, you have to tell me what you're going to call it. Where do you put your name in the award? The Scrub Cup brought to you by Kenton, or how do you know?
Nah, it's the Kenton. It's the Kenton.
Scrub Kenton Cup. Like how do you? Where do you put
Cup.
No, it's the Big N. Just call it the Big N.
The Big N. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
All right. Well, I don't know if anybody else is joining. I was trying to. Hey, I appreciate.
No
you
one
guys.
else will follow. People will watch this for 10 minutes and be like, "This is stupid."
This is like what happened here. But hey, you know what? We tried it. I was kind of expecting. I'm a little let down there, RFHL. I thought that guys would just jump in.
Felt like
and say,
everybody was going to join.
Jump on.
I thought somebody would just jump in and say, "Hey, I think the Vaders are going to win 16-10," and then bounce out. See you later. That's what
I think you got to.
No, nothing.
I think you got to post a link sooner. I think that's what happens.
You know what? If I posted it sooner, I feel like guys would forget about it. So I tried to rush it. Now everybody's on. There's 14 people on. They're all looking at it. I can see them all on. All your little green dots.
Yeah.
But hey, no.
All right.
That's all right. Now you're getting called out. So, enjoy watching this. Is it Wednesday yet?
Is it Wednesday?
Is it Wednesday yet?